key factors that make us susceptible to manipulation. We're taught from childhood to accept authority. So how can you build resilience against manipulation? Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, subscribe. Today we're talking about something that affects us all, and that is manipulation. We're going to be talking about what makes us vulnerable to manipulation and, more importantly, how we can overcome it. The truth is we're all susceptible to manipulation. Yes, even you watching this video right now, you're susceptible to being manipulated. Being vulnerable to manipulation doesn't mean you're weak or naive. It means you're human. So in this video, I'm going to break down the key factors that make us susceptible to manipulation. As humans, we're hardwired for connection with other humans. Our ancestors stayed alive by being part of the group. If they were outcast from the group, they were vulnerable to predators, starvation. This deep-seated need for belonging can make us susceptible to going along with group behaviours and opinions, even when our own opinion differs from what's happening. So it'll cause us to conform even when we disagree. It can lead us to accept unfair treatment as a way to avoid rejection. We may ignore red flags to maintain relationships. Manipulators are experts at pushing our emotional buttons. When someone's emotional, they're not thinking rationally, they are thinking based on what they're feeling. So manipulators will target fear. Advertisers might use this to promote the fear of missing out. If you don't act now, you're going to lose this opportunity. Guilt. A manipulator might say, after everything I've done for you. If it's in a group manipulation setting, they might say, think of other people. Pride. No one wants to appear stupid or seem stupid. So a manipulator might say, surely someone as smart as you can see this opportunity. In the modern world, we're constantly bombarded with information. This information overload may cause us to take shortcuts. It might make us less likely to fact check claims. It may cause us to look to authority figures to be telling us the truth. It will make us more susceptible to accepting simple answers as opposed to complex solutions. We're taught from childhood to accept authority, to trust authority. This can lead us to accept information from authority figures without question. It can cause us to follow directions that go against our judgment. It can cause us to trust a person's credentials over the content of their argument. Let's look at some manipulation techniques that you might encounter. The first is love bombing. If love bombing might look like excessive attention and affection, buying expensive gifts very early on in a relationship, trying to move a relationship forward very quickly, creating emotional dependency. Then there's Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a technique that manipulators often use. Gaslighting will make you question your own reality, question your memory and memories. A gaslighter may try and shift the blame for what they're doing onto you. And then there's the foot in the door technique. The more you can get someone to comply with your requests, the more likely they'll be to comply with your requests. You start off small and then you make those requests bigger and bigger. So with this technique, the requests will start small and then they'll gradually escalate over time. And because you've complied with the previous request, that justifies you complying with the new, larger request. Maybe you can remember times in recent history when something like this has occurred. So how can you build resilience against manipulation? Firstly, you need to trust your gut. You need to trust your instincts. Your instincts have evolved to protect you. If something feels off, that's probably because it is. Set boundaries. Learn to say no without explanation. If you're getting into a relationship, don't separate yourself from your friends. Maintain your support network. Take time before making decisions and don't let yourself be rushed into making big commitments and getting into relationships too soon. Practice critical thinking. Question information sources. Look for evidence. Consider what could be alternative explanations. And in a previous video, I spoke about Occam's razor and how you can use that to spot manipulation. You can find a link to that video up here. Remember, awareness is your first line of defense. Understanding these techniques that manipulators use, understanding these potential threats doesn't make them disappear, but it makes them easier to spot. It makes it easier to defend yourself from them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. By liking and subscribing to this channel, you're going to get more useful content like this. And drop a comment below. Let me know what kind of manipulation tactics you've spotted in your life. Let me know where you've seen these kind of manipulation tactics used in recent times. Your story might help others recognize these patterns in their own life.